welcome to That's Good Broncos. I'm Brendan Perna, and yes, it's true. Travis Kelce is my new favorite Kansas City Chief, and this is why. I'm on live TV. A lot of people think Kelce was pretending to jack off on the referee. But as Kelce explained on Twitter, me gesture on TV tonight wasn't towards the ref. @MillerLight40 had a cheap, spelled wrong, shot on my QB, so I thought he deserved a shot to the face. Then, the NFL, being the douche entity that it is, made him delete his explanation, to which he responded, "Sorry for that last tweet. I felt as if I had to clarify my doing. Forgot I couldn't express myself on here." I'm not sure why Kelce is protecting Andy Reid in this situation. Reid calls the plays, and this is in fact a hand signal Reid installed into the offense. Isn't that right, Andy?
You figured it out!
Andy, you can't hide those lion eyes. That's good, Broncos. All jerk-off jokes aside, the Denver Broncos beat the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday Night Football in a field goal massacre that went in Denver's favor this time, 29-16. The Broncos started the evening by holding the Chiefs to a 3-and-out. CJ Bash Anderson got things started for the Broncos offense, proving he's the real deal by breaking tackles every time he touches the ball. Then, on a 3rd and 6, Manning turned to the master of third downs, Emmanuel Sanders, to smoked the Kansas City defenders for the conversion. The Broncos, who refused to be overcooked, flipped their meat on another 3rd and 6 as Grill Master Manning connects with the king of meat himself, Demaryius Thomas, for a Denver Broncos touchdown. And yes, all the barbecue references will continue through the rest of the episode because we're playing the Kansas City Chiefs, and Kansas City is known to be a barbecue city. After that touchdown, the Chiefs' offense did absolutely nothing. The Broncos turned up the heat, but the Chiefs just laid there like the lifeless hunks of dried-out pork loin they are. Bash Anderson helped the Broncos work their way back into the red zone, weaving his way through Kansas City traffic, which, unlike traffic in most cities, is actually pretty manageable. Justin Houston was tired of having his defense embarrassed, so he blows up this quick pass to Emmanuel Sanders. Great play, Houston. But did you forget how to celebrate? Oh yeah, you guys see how many layers I'm wearing? Love the fresh cotton feel of a t-shirt. At this point, CJ Bash Anderson, who was not wearing any layers, decided it was time to embarrass Justin Houston on the next play. Bash charred his way across the turf for a 15-yard Denver Broncos touchdown. And again, he breaks at least one tackle, and the Broncos go up 14-0. And this was just the first quarter. I do have to commend Quentin Carter for taking time over Thanksgiving to relearn how to tackle, because he destroys DeAnthony Thomas on this kick return. That wasn't enough. Just a few plays later, Carter blitzed and took Alex Smith to the grocery store so he could be put in a sack. The Broncos wanted to close this game out early. After an Andre Caldwell penalty on a punt, the Broncos were forced to re-kick. Instead of punting twice in a row like a bunch of pussies, they faked the punt. They faked out the chefs, and David Bruton takes the direct snap left, where he gets a great block from Corey Nelson to seal the corner and get the first down. Pretty ballsy, Fox. Pretty ballsy, I like it. Later in the drive, the Broncos were faced with a 4th and 1, and Fox, with his balls full of confidence, decided to go for it. CJ Bash Anderson takes the ball, he bounces outside to the left, and finishes his conversion by punishing any living being who gets in his way. I will say the Kansas City defense is very stout in the red zone. But on this drive, the Broncos shot themselves in the foot when Jacob Tamme couldn't reel in this Peyton Manning throw, and again when Demaryius Thomas flushed this touchdown down the Arrowhead toilets, which you can see the Arrowhead toilets right here with some spy photos I obtained. That's right, Kansas City, I'm in all of your public restrooms, snapping pictures when you least expect it. Connor Barth entered the game as our new kicker since Brandon McManus was cut last week. Barth's first field goal was a 22-yard chip shot, which he nailed, giving the Broncos a 17-0 lead. The Chiefs decided to make the game interesting, and Alex Smith connected with Anthony Fasano, who blew right past Steven Johnson for a Kansas City touchdown, as you can see right here. For some reason, I like KC touchdowns now. The first half was winding down, and the Broncos again stalled in the red zone. Connor Barth entered the game and kicked another easy field goal. I'm sure Brandon McManus was sitting at home saying something like, "I can kick 20-yard field goals all night long, too. I struggle from 30 and beyond. Barth, kick one from 30 and beyond." Probably true. I'm sorry, McManus, but the Broncos enter halftime with a 20-7 lead on the leg of Barth. Coming out of halftime, Justin Houston continued to prove that he was the only Kansas City Chief that realized they had a game to play Sunday night, and he stripped the ball from Peyton Manning right here. Thankfully, the Denver defense plus a terrible Alex Smith throw forced the Chiefs to finish the drive with the field goal. At this point, the Broncos were up 20-10, and after Alex Smith ducked down lower than any quarterback I've ever seen to try to take a snap, the Denver defense tried to ignite a scoring frenzy by deflecting this Smith pass attempt. Knighton got his big meaty hands on the ball, and DeMarcus Ware gets a rare interception, giving the Broncos offense the ball on the Chiefs' 13-yard line. What would they do with that? What would they do with that great opportunity? They would stall. Barth comes back onto the field, kicks his third easy field goal of the game, which the rest of the game from this point on was actually pretty sloppy. And not the good kind of sloppy like you'd find in a Sloppy Joe or Sloppy Sex. Or Sloppy Joe Sex. Connor Barth, who I know you all want to crown as the king of Denver, kicked his fourth field goal of the game from 33 yards out. The Broncos were up 26-10. Von Miller helped the Chiefs get into the red zone after he laid this painful late hit on Alex Smith. Mr. Von Miller, can I please make a suggestion? If you're gonna hit a quarterback late, please save that shit for fuck you, Tom Brady. Speaking of which, fuck you, Tom Brady is currently suffering from a very sore butt after losing to the Packers this weekend. Thanks, Green Bay. Now that Miller penalty led to a Jamal Charles touchdown, as you can see here. Since Kansas City was down by a fuckload of points, they went for the 2-point conversion after that touchdown, which was defended perfectly by Brandon Marshall. That throw was a representation of Alex Smith's career goals. Too lofty. The Broncos could have put the game way out of reach, especially after Emmanuel Sanders converted his third down with this 23-yard catch. Typically, after Emmanuel Sanders converts third downs, Bash gets very excited and breaks more tackles for big gains. But their efforts were almost for nothing as the Denver offense stalled yet again. Our new boyfriend kicker, Connor Barth, stepped in and kicked his first important field goal from 37 yards out to give the Broncos a 29-16 lead, putting the game just out of reach for the Kansas City Chiefs. With so little time left in the game, and with the Kansas City beef officially cooked, the Denver defense got hungry. Making its magnificent return is the balls back sack attack these boys ain't whack segment. The Broncos blitzed, and DeMarcus Ware, Derek Wolfe, and Brandon Marshall feasted on a tasty Alex Smith. The combination of DeMarcus Ware and Derek Wolfe obviously make for a werewolf sack, which sounds a little something like But throw Brandon Marshall into the mix, and it's actually a DeMarcus sack, which sounds like which is the same sound Travis Kelce makes when real masturbating. Then DeMarcus Ware goes untouched, doesn't bite on the play fake, and just inhales Alex Smith for a sack. Ware returned again with his friend TJ Ward to bring Alex Smith down for another Denver Broncos sack. Von Miller and Derek Wolfe combined to earn the Broncos their 5th sack on the game, but Von Miller did 100% of the celebrating for the sack. Wait. I wonder what would happen if Travis Kelce joined Von Miller on that sack celebration. Nothing says football like 2 grown men pretend fucking the air. Broncos win 29-16. On a serious note, TJ Ward has been apprenticing during his downtime with Lumberjacks. because they taught him how to chop down Kansas City offensive players like Jamal Charles's and Alex Smith's. Ward's new lumber-sexual style of play got Hampot excited. He wanted to do the lumberjack too, and he adds his own twist by jumping or soaring through the air, swinging back his giant arm and sort of almost slicing down Jamal Charles. Thanks for showing us anybody can fly, Terrence Knighton. Finally, Chiefs fans, I know you're 0-6 against the Peyton Manning-led Denver Broncos, so I understand your desire for this scenario, but why don't you go to bed and keep fucking dreaming? Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Broncos. Make sure to subscribe here at That's Good Sports. The Big Dick episode is just a click away. Click it, watch it. I think you might be pleasantly surprised by who gets the Big Dick Player Awards this week. And no, it's not Connor Barth. I'm not an idiot. And I do want to thank everyone for sending me that Travis Kelce Jack Off debacle video on my Facebook at facebook.com/ThatsGoodBroncos and on Twitter. Usually, I have to search for Jack Off videos alone with the curtains drawn, but I'm glad we could share this one together.